Runes were added a long time ago, and they kind of broke things when they were added. You can see your runes in your keep. Scroll down to the rune section. You have attack, defense, damage, and health runes. The attack and defense runes are used pretty much everywhere. And when you fight monsters, when you fight players, and PvP and regular battles, or if you're attacking people in guild battles. Certain monsters, well, I think some few old monsters may not actually use it. But I'm not too sure. The damage rune and the health rune are used in the guild battles for the 100 versus 100, 10 versus 10, the classic guild battle, Land of Earth, Land of Mist. And if it's not using the damage rune, there's a good chance it's using the health rune. Damage, most of the warrior abilities, Mage Splash, Fireball, Rogue, Sneak Attack, Poison, Wound, and the health rune anytime you're doing healing, which is basically the cleric abilities. Heal, mass heal, cleanse. This does not get used in the new group cleanse ability because it does not do healing. It seems to be used in the pre-healing ability. The higher your rune level, the stronger it is. The attack and defense runes go up by 5 per level, while the damage and the health runes go up by 4. You will get a guild bonus depending on how full your silos are when you trade your essence in. Your essence is what's used to increase the level of your runes. The damage and attack essence were originally just from monsters, and that's still the case. The defense and health rune essence came from mining to start with, but now you can find monsters that will drop defense and health essence. In order to raise your runes, you have to convert your essence into experience, and you would do that at the trade market in town. So you can pick your own guild, you can pick a different guild. Generally I would just pick my own because we have room in our silos for more. When I talked about silos, it's the storage here on the right side. Right now we're all at 77. Originally we had to improve these by spending energy, wood, and iron, but now they're just going up automatically. There were some issues with it. It was really bad, so this is, it's not the best way of doing it, but it's the solution that they picked. You have like a long history of who's been trading. So you see I had traded some a couple hours ago. I was doing a video on runes, but that did not work out, so I gotta make another one. You can see how much essence you have. The lumber and iron, that was not important. That was I got just for your storage. It shows your guild level. It shows your own level in Conquest. And then you have the option to trade on the right side. So you can use more energy to trade more essence, but the rates are the same. You're just doing it faster. Each time you trade, you use 25 energy or the multiple of it, and you get 30 energy or the multiple of it. So I could trade 200 attack essence for 25 energy. But before I would do that, I would normally go into the Conquest duels. You can see I have a trade bonus of 1%. When I attack people in Conquest duels and win, I will gain whatever their rank is in bloodlust up to 360. And this will give me a larger trade bonus when I do trade my essence. I'll get more experience for it. So I can fill this all the way up to 18% because the max is whatever your current rank is. So if my rank was only 10, then I could only get max of 10% bonus. But I'm at 18, so I would get the 18% bonus. And generally I would try to build this up so I do get the max bonus before I trade. Right now I have 9 tokens. I think if I had 20 tokens and I hit 18, I could get to 360, right? Because I have 20 times 18 is 360. But normally I wouldn't have 20 tokens. And I may not have some rank 18 to hit. So I might end up hit halfway and then come back later and hit more. Because over time you have a decay rate here, minus 2 points per hour. That's because I'm like way down on the bottom. If I was up on the top on the right side, the decay rate could be 25 per hour, maybe more. So you would lose out a lot fast, but over time it slows down, so you still get a bonus. So if you only go halfway, you're gonna drop more slowly than if you had gone up to like 3/4 and then left and came back later. And when you go to the trade market, you can see what your bonus is up on the top here and when you go inside to trade. So when you do trade, it comes up with confirmation, tells you how much you're going to use essence, how much energy, how much experience you're going to get towards your rune, and this will include your bonus. So like I would just hit confirm to trade 200. So then it'll show up in here on the left side for the trade history. And if I go to my guild, and if I was paying attention, I would see that this had gone up. So you can see I have a lot of damage essence at the moment, not so much health essence. What I try to do is to save essence until I'm going to have a campaign task that requires trading. So I'm always doing the hard or special campaigns, and when the trading comes up, it'll be like 14,000 essence I need to have on hand to trade. And you could get the same trade as the campaign task for multiple campaigns. So the campaigns lasting 2 weeks, you could have a new trade health essence this time, the next time, the time after. It might skip, and then you could get it again. So when you have such a high demand, and I mean, you could literally run out. That's why I don't use up all this essence right away. Plus it takes energy to trade, and I'm using that energy for questing. But for the health and defense essence, there's like 4 areas where you can mine it. Land of Mist, you can have defense essence. You work on these mines up to 4 levels, but you can collect basically after you finish one. So health essence, and in Underworld you have more defense essence. The Underworld, you will have more essence from mining than you will in the Land of Mist. And then if you go out to Land of Mist 2, then you can mine more health essence. And this, again, will give you more essence than if you had been mining in Land of Water. And the mining will just look like this. It's the end. This will take 300 energy for the first level. So from having quest, again now I have collect reward. If you collect too fast, you may not actually get any essence. My understanding is like 9-10 seconds is required before you collect to make sure you actually do get essence. And you have 5 days to complete your mining. So I would have gotten 200 essence if I would have mined this in Land of Water. Also, if you're doing this on Friday or Saturday, there's a chance you could get a green evolution crystal. So what I may end up doing is, like, on a Tuesday I'll dump a lot of energy in here, complete the mine, and then not collect it until Friday. It will take around 1800 energy to fully complete the mine quest. If you're hitting monsters, it takes like 100 to 120, I think, stamina in order to gain essence, but it builds up. So like if I did a 600 stam hit with Barbarous, that all counts towards the essence that I would earn. So I could just come back in with a 20 stam hit, not using Barbarous, so then I would get essence for consecutive hits. Otherwise it'd be like right now where I could, you know, actually this is kind of need to use this one for the piercing. I don't have enough piercing on my normal attack. So I did 250 stam hits, and now I have 108 defense essence. And you're just fighting your monsters normally, and you're collecting the essence. You may pick monsters based on the essence that they're dropping if you're running out of like attack or damage essence. So you convert your essence into experience for your rune, but you still have to have your runes on an item. So right now I have the attack rune on my Elite Warbringer Longblade. I have this older rune which is not all that great anymore. I should probably move it, but I am not quite quite sure where to put it yet. So you can see you have rune power 690 attack, and then I have the benefits of the chaos gem. And you can see once you have picked an item, the rune selection comes up. You can only have the rune on one item at a time, and they only go onto certain types of items. So the attack rune needs to be on a weapon or a banner. The defense rune on a armor or a helmet. The damage rune can go on a weapon or a glove. Actually, literally like it just says here, and the health can go onto a helmet or armor. And it'll actually tell you where you have it. So I have this rune on my flame-bound helm. My destroyer gauntlet has damage. The flame-bound armor has the defense rune. And when you look down here, you can see how many slots each item has, but you also see the rune in the top right corner if it's actually on a particular item. So defense rune on this. And you can freely move the rune between one item and another. All that you need to do is to salvage the item. The downside is anytime you salvage an item, you lose all these other gems or ores that you have already forged to it. So I would lose this rare stone if I wanted to move my rune to something else. But you may want to have I have the rune on here and I have this gem with it, but I may have like another weapon, and I could put like different chaos gems on it just for some benefit. Like this particular one gives the bonus to evade. So like if I want to have a set of gear just to do evade or to heal or to collect more guild coins, then I could, not worry about the rune being on it. And I could go more into the chaos gems, but I probably should do another video. I'll mention that you have different types of gems from common to legendary. So like for instance, and they can only go on certain types of items. So defensive items on defensive gear and offensive gems on offensive gear. So these gauntlets can have offensive items on it. And there's like different levels. Like the legendary gems can only go on legendary items. I can't use it on a regular item. But epic and Dow can go on anything. So once you have your runes forged to your gear, right? Like I have out of date items on here. Health rune on my helmet, and my damage rune was on my gauntlets. And this looks like it's a legendary item, but it's not. It's only, it needs another upgrade to be legendary. So my damage rune here with that epic gem on it. You need to get your runes into your equipment and then your equipment onto your character. And you can go in here to the equipment page, which is also where you go to the artifacts, and you can just change it. I mean, right now I have, this sword, the helmet, the armor, and the gauntlets. So like if I want to change the sword out for this angel sword, I would just, I can just click on the item that I want to use, and then hit equip gear set, and now it's saved up into here. But the loadouts are a better way of doing it. So let's see, this is refine. In my keep, you can see your runes showing up in the green bonus for your attack, defense, and health. Of course, you can't see your damage here. You can scroll down and look at what you have. The runes themselves can get bonuses from heroes or the artifacts or from pets. And that's why you end up seeing these green bonuses on here. But if I didn't have the items equipped, like for instance, I had the longsword rune bonus 690. If you look down here at the attack, that's my rune level, giving 675, and the plus 15 bonus, which I get from, I'm guessing the flame dragon. So if I had gone back here, and I set the angel sword, and now showing up on the top that I have it equipped, when I look at my stats here, they dropped because I don't have it set, and I don't get that bonus unless it is set on my gear up here. But it could even just have this empty, right? I hit save, there's nothing there, but it gives me the sword as a default. If I had the rune on here, it still wouldn't count. Let me see if I have, like my gloves here. Well, I can't really show you that. The helmet, if I had the best helmet with the runes or the best armor with it, then I could show you that it doesn't show up, even though it's the best. But you can see another way is that if I don't have the items equipped, right, so I will actually lose out on the bonuses for my physical elemental attacks. So I should have more physical attack because the sword gave a bonus, plus the rune has some. So I think that's like another 100 physical, and I forget what the other part was. So when I updated it to go up by 100 because I didn't actually have that item set. So like I say, you can do it here in your equipment. This is really a tedious way of doing it because you could be doing it in loadouts. So you can have all of these loadouts with different equipment sets, different heroes, different classes, different abilities, different pets, for whatever function you want to have. Right, so I have a loadout just for warrior, so that I can use shout, and I use it at the start of a battle and then I don't use it anymore afterwards. So your first 5 loadouts will show up on the top here. Otherwise you gotta go to this drop down and find them. Or you can use these arrows to scroll through your loadouts. Normally I'm just using the drop downs. So at the start of a battle, if I'm a warrior, I hit warrior setup, which will do the shout, and then I'll go into the warrior attack, which is almost the same. I have I have this banner. It helps with shout, gives a bonus 5%. And when I go to warrior attack, I have a different hero. I have resistance instead of shout, and then I have changed the banner too. So I have this banner which will help with whirlwind. And then I have like a epic crystal on it that boosts whirlwind even more. So if you want to set up a loadout, I had this one I did before when the video broke. You have to set a general, you have to set a class. You don't have to set an icon, but if you do, you can't remove it. So this one I had intended for Katie to do fireball damage. So I already have Katie in here. If I want a different general, I just pick the general and then we'll update this. I don't have to save it. When you set the class, it will set whatever I had picked. It won't need to be updated. I won't have to save it in here. But when I go to the equipment, then I must save it. And you have these options here. I don't actually use these things. But let's just say I do this. Okay, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Okay, so I told it to do polymorph in it. It actually set the artifact on it too. Set all these items. I would guess something may have a bonus to poly. The banner does. That's the only thing. I feel like there are some items that have a bonus to poly because they have chaos gems. But these are like plus crit items, I don't know. But up on the top here, I see the equipment. I just have the artifact. I gotta hit save loadout. And now all these equipment will be saved. If I wanted to put something smarter in here, like having this sword, I would just add this sword in, hit save loadout, and now it's saved in here. And also for the guild abilities, you have to add them in. If you don't put them in, if you just like leave this empty, then it will remove all of your guild abilities when you come to this loadout. And the pets too. If you leave this blank for the pets, it will actually just leave all the pets as they are. So like right now I have 3 pets. Change my loadout because there's a guild battle. If I wanted to have a loadout with like just weak stats for everything, I would just add a single pet in here. hit save change. And now when I come to this loadout, I'll have just this rat. It'll clear out these other two. And I won't have the 3 pets like I do now. What I really would do though is, for this loadout, I'd have pets that add damage. So the Hell Viper gets boosted damage rune because of its level. The Flame Bull adds to damage. So I would add that, save it, and then I would add the Crystal Whelp as well. But I'll show this quick. Like I could save this change. Add the, oh dang. This is kind of a pain because you have to manually click to the next pet. Okay, so now that the reason this is not as good as if I had like swapped these out. Right, I could say put the Flame Ball here and automatically move the Crystal Whelp into this other slot. So I just hit save change. I mean, this isn't really about the runes too much, but when you have the pets of the same type, in this case I have 2 demons, then this second demon will get a bonus. It's not showing correctly here. It says plus 50%, but really it should be plus 60%. And that will go to the stats, attack and defense for the pet, and those transfer over into your own attack and defense. But if I had Crystal Whelp and then the Flame Bolt, I would not get that extra bonus. It would just be like 50% and 50%. But you can see here in the equipment, they had wanted me to use this Angel Sword, I believe. So I do not have the attack rune, I do not have the defense rune. So if I go to this loadout test, then these bonuses will go away. And I can show you even, I have like I could go to this loadout, I don't have anything set for it. So it'll force me to add a general and add a class, which I don't really want to do, but just trying to show how I could do this. Like I go back to this test loadout, and let's say I remove all this equipment. So I just have the artifact, and I can go in and I can unload it. I could change to a different one, or I could just remove the artifact altogether. And the artifact, I do not need to hit the save loadout. I'm getting a little bit of bonus from the pets. So what I wanted to show is like in the keep. So I have all this equipment that was from the loadout, actually putting it in. And I had all these bonuses to piercing and resistance. But now if I go back to that loadout, it has these auto-generated equipment in these slots. So now I refresh my stats and these go away because my rune's not set. chaos gems are not giving me a bonus, and the artifact is not giving a bonus, but I get the artifact resonance bonus. But all these resistances and piercing are gone because I don't actually have the item set. So if I went into just a regular battle with someone, all of those resistances and the runes and stuff would have been used. But let's look for someone weak. So it says resisted my stuff, resisted, no, pierce went through, they don't have any. Resisted water pierce, my token earth piercing went through, my token wind pierce went through, right? Because I just have 6, 5, 10 of these things. But if I had my PvP loadout, and now I have all these 70 to 500 some, and I go back and I attack, and I blow through everything because those bonuses are now being applied where they were not being applied before, and that's because I have loaded them into my loadouts. And I can easily switch between one set and another just by clicking a button. The downside is it takes a while to go through and set these all up originally. And if you get a new item, then you got to go through and update all of these things. But once you do, it's just going through your buttons on the top here or on the side looking for stuff. And it is very fast. And you will be able to use all your runes and get the benefits from them, as well as all the benefits for your piercing and resistances, which you will not get if you do not do this. So this is really very important to do, because not only are you depending on these yourself when you use your actions, but like with the health rune, when someone puts resurrect on you, it's going to use your health rune to give you more health if that gets triggered. So it does not use the cleric's rune when they give it to you. So these are really the key things of get essence, convert your essence into experience, get your runes forged onto your gear, and then get all your gear loaded onto your character so that you can benefit from all these things. So these are runes, and I probably will have more about chaos gems at some point, but that's it for now.